Thank you for tuning in to Homeschool Homesteaders. This is a new series about raising pigs in winter. Today we will only focus on the month of November. If you are new to my channel, I live in the state of Minnesota, zones 3 or 4. I purchased my pigs September 13 and will raise them in the cold winter months. As a reminder, September, 80% of my pig's diet was garden scraps, high nutritious weeds, and table scraps, and only 20% of their feed was DIY pig feed mix. In October, that number dropped down to 60% of their feed was garden scraps, weeds, and etc. And in the month of November, only 40% of their feed is table scraps, weeds, and now we have to rely more on DIY pig feed. Some highlights from the month of November. We had snow on Halloween, and there is some snow still on the ground in November. The temperatures are cool. Minnesota is now officially a giant refrigerator on the colder setting. There's no bugs, there's no smells, there's no mud bats. In other words, this is the perfect weather for raising pigs. Unfortunately, the snow did not last long and melted 3 days later. After Halloween, pumpkins are cheap. I like to feed my pigs pumpkins, and you can't have winter pigs without some kind of pumpkins in their diets. All parts of the pumpkins are edible. And you could even get free pumpkins, which are not suitable for sale. This pile here is all free. All of these pumpkins were free. Some farmer didn't want them. My pigs do. In November, I did not cook my pumpkins, but gave them raw to my pigs. The pigs are old enough that they could bite through the flesh of the pumpkins without any difficulties. Here is my garage, which acts like a refrigerator, and I have buckets of food lined up for the next week. Here is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Inside these buckets, I have beans, pumpkins, pumpkin seeds, buckwheat, macaronis, rice, other table scraps, some veggies, and my garage acts like a giant refrigerator, and therefore this stuff is just fine. I wake up every morning and just give a bucket to my pigs. Have a bucket for table scraps in your kitchen, and all kinds of table scraps are perfect for your pigs. Avoid meat scraps and onions. From time to time, feed your pigs some nutritious veggies and fruits. Pigs do need this, and winter is not an excuse for not providing fresh veggies for your pigs. So get your hands on some fresh veggies. Black beans, and this is buckwheat with quinoa. On November 10th, I went to pick some weeds for my pigs. This is the last day of picking weeds for the year because you don't know when the white stuff will start flying again. Not much left for weeds, just some mullen and some thistle. And thistles are my pig's favorite treat, weed. Pigs love this. stinging nettle. On November 15th, I picked the last cold weather crops from my garden. They were planted September 1st. They survive snow and can grow under snow for a few days. But beets are small. I won't have much growing season left, so I'm just going to pick them small. Turnips came out beautifully. Nice, beautiful size, easy to grow, and
November 15th.
Pigs love them. You want some, huh, piggies? Huh? Okay, well, let's get inside. Yeah, no. Also, I have a chest freezer in my garage, and I stored used vegetables from my garden. They are frozen solid, but will thaw out if I put them in the bucket overnight, and pigs will eat them. So this is one way to incorporate fresh veggies or frozen fresh veggies into your pig's diet. I also have a store in my town called Mike Discounts Food, and they have very cheap produce that you could feed your pigs. Potatoes, beets, different grains, and this is a great way to supplement pig feed for free, for cheap if you don't have a garden. A 50-pound bag of potatoes will cost you anywhere from $8 to $15. I like to feed potatoes to my pigs and cook them in a turkey fryer. Obviously water instead of oil. Never give raw potatoes to your pigs, so spend an extra $100 for the growing season and buy some veggies for your pigs from either farmers or discount food stores. Rice and beans are a great way to feed your pigs too, and if rice was cheaper than corn, I would definitely replace rice with corn in my pig's diet. Cooking rice improves its digestibility. Adding beans to rice adds the lysine, and your pigs do need lysine for growth and performance, so provide at least 1 cup of cooked beans per day. Here I got bread, beans, the usual chickpeas, and it is soaking in milk. I have chickens and my pigs eat pasture-raised eggs. These eggs are very expensive in stores, and here my pigs are eating them for free. While the rest of the U.S. is paying top money for eggs, my pigs are eating them free. So get some chickens, and any leftover eggs, you could feed them to your pigs.
Hard-boiled eggs, potatoes, cat.
I realize this is a overkill when raising pigs, and you could raise pigs successfully with less work and less feed than what I'm doing in these videos. But nothing wrong with being an overachiever and splurging on your livestock. A righteous man takes care of his beast. Pigs go to the bathroom daily, every day, and I clean up after my pigs every day. I also started another garden project in October and finished it by November. Composted pig manure will be added here in the spring, and this will be a flower garden. The days are getting shorter in fall, and pigs go to sleep as soon as it turns dark, and I'm assuming they sleep all night. I provide plenty of hay for my pigs, and sometimes they sleep under the hay, sometimes they sleep on top. The cold October, November temps do not seem to bother them. Since I disconnected the hose, I fill up my water bins with buckets from my house. This bin will require 5 trips using a 5-gallon bucket. Pigs are not drinking as much as the weather drops, and I provide a lot of liquids in their feed. Instead of dry feed, I make sure there's water in their feed. Pigs have an access to dry feed as well, but I do prefer a bucket of different scraps mixed with some liquids. I ran an extension cord to my shed so I could keep the water warm for my pigs in this bin and not have it freeze. This gadget works very well, under $40. Life goes on when raising pigs, and this year for Thanksgiving, it was our turn to host. And this is how our house looked like on Thanksgiving. We deep fried the turkey this year, and leftover frying oil can be given to your pigs. Take a few cups and pour over the food in the bucket, which are in your garage. And the pigs will eat this just fine. My pigs are slightly over 200 pounds now by the end of November. This is my wife. She's waving hi to you guys.
Hi, sweetie.
And
Wave
as
hi.
of now, the butcher date will probably be early January. I will see you next month for the December video, and thank you for watching this video.